Oh, and welcome to episode 76. Composite number, that is, Dicko.
Yeah, what's a composite number,
76.
mate? If you could expand on that for us.
76 is a composite number, meaning it has more than two factors. So
And
1,
what's a
2, 4,
factor?
4, 19, 38, and 76. So you see how I did that?
Yeah, I saw how you did it. I saw what you were reading off. It looked like Billy Slater doing a sort of randomly answering a question at a
Nah, well, what's
press
what's the next
conference.
one? What's the next one after 76?
87.
Fuck if I know. But anyway. Uh,
Good
But
start.
yeah, but so that's 76. Philadelphia 76ers. But anyway, we'll move on. How was the weekend, boys? Good weekend, my end. What about you?
I feel like we're finally back in the right time slot, aren't we? It's a Monday night. The three amigos back together for episode 76.
Mm.
Let's get after it. But nah, I went on course on Flemington on Saturday. Good day. Fuck, it was freezing after about 3:30 when the sun went behind the grandstand. And me, Pistol Pete, and the three bins tried to hide for cover in the wind. It was fucking freezing, but great weekend. You boys got the job done. Dicko won on the punt. What more could you ask for? Pies got the job done on Saturday night. It's great.
Great weekend. Glorious weekend. Saturday was fat. We won heaps. We won through the week. Shout out to Elsie May on Wednesday who
Oh,
No.
got us out of a hole, but we didn't deserve to be in a hole. We bet good on Wednesday. It was a low, like we only really did the two meetings properly, so to really win a stack at both was enjoyable. Had the kids in the shed all day, just about. Shed door open. Wasn't like it was cold, but not that cold here. Basketball, like breaks between. Das is like fully committed to his AFL now this week. So yeah, it was kick in the morning, and then after we'd won heat and just like that Cafe Millennium double down was just so good. We had the low point of get along, but then the Swans came on and we watched like the first quarter in the shed, got the fire going inside. He watched the whole game. Lenny watched the whole game, their first ever, and it was a performance to be very, very proud of. Tom, how was it over there in Adelaide on your favourite deck?
Yeah, it's a beautiful ground. We were actually talking about it the day before at the captain's run. It was about game day, game time, and it was like couldn't have asked for any better conditions on the Friday. Same thing on Saturday, and geez, we were just looking around, going, "This is the best ground in Australia to play footy on." I think it's a bit like the MCG is the MCG, but the Adelaide Oval for me is number one, and I think a fair few boys say the same thing. The deck, the grandstand, it's a bit like a bit of park footy about it, where they're on the hill. And Port Adelaide, they're good fans. They hurl absolute abuse. So yeah, I was copping it all night. It was good. Uh,
What's some of the like stuff they throw?
probably not. Yeah, the few F and C's, midget, you fat, but yeah, it was good fun. It's always nice keeping their crowd quiet. They were pretty quiet for a fair chunk of time.
Well, you gave them a fucking lot of opportunity to get involved.
We did, didn't we? So I was sort of getting a bit worried there late in the third, thinking, geez, they're going to come home here with a wet sail with a home crowd. But to the boys' credit, we got it done in the end, and probably should have won by a lot more. But they're a good team in form, and yeah, it was good to get a win on the ball. That's two in a row now, and hopefully get the ball rolling.
Um, do you sort of say things to the Cox and the powers that be? That's I'm 2-2. Geez, the spark was there, like anything like that? Because from a fan's point of view, the class of Errol's very valuable and easy to see, but the vibe, the pressure, the energy was up, and I'm sort of blaming you for that.
Well, there's a fair few, as you know, I get some white line fever, and we're obviously going after Rosie, and there's a fair few clips that come up that yeah, you can just see me interrogating him, and I think at one point I actually was getting a rub, and he dropped a mark that he should have marked, and I actually jumped off out of the car. I was getting Carl's hammies, and I jumped up, and he dropped a mark, and I was standing on the sideline hurling abuse at him while I was on the bench.
Yeah, that was right in front of the bench, eh?
Yeah,
Great.
and then
Yeah.
yeah, and then he come off, and I said, um, yeah, said whatever I said. They probably can't repeat it, but yeah, it was good fun. It's good, just good to be back out there competing. I just love competing. You forget how good it is actually just going to battle with opposition and with your teammates. It's just that fun.
What about the pre-game, Paps? Do you do it most weeks when you can, standing there, all the boys watching the VFL side, get the job done early, and then did that just give you like that little bit of an extra spark going into the weekend?
No, it was good. It was obviously it's been hard for the VFL boys because we've had injuries. We had 16 listed because it's nothing against sort of with obviously the New South Wales teams like us and the Giants. The top up players you call them aren't as high quality as the Victorian VFL players because they're hard and they've been playing VFL quality footy for a while. They're 26, 27 years old and playing a lot of footy. So when we have injuries, the depth isn't as high. So we've been struggling a bit in the VFL. Only won one game. Southport were on top, and we had 16, 17 listed players come in, and we're down by 42 points. I think about half time. To come back like we did was credit to all the boys. Obviously, Jake Lloyd was back playing, Ollie Florent, and they're just probably just a good bunch of experienced AFL players back there that helped get the job done, as well as some young kids like Jesse Detoli, who's come along very nicely, kicked a couple of clutch goals late. Expect him to come on as a player in the AFL in the next year or two. So yeah, it was good fun. It does give you energy though, seeing your teammates go well.
When was that?
Hey? Their game was just before ours in Southport, so like we were watching on the big TV in the
were you?
All the
Yeah.
boys are standing in front of the TV.
It was on the big TV, was it? I don't believe that for a second.
You can jump on Instagram and there is definitely vision of it.
I just imagine there's a girl that comes in, they're like the PR media girl, and goes, "Listen, guys,
Sky Racing
5
One.
minutes, can we flick over to the football, pretend like you give a shit about it, and then you can get back to Sky One." I've got the owner. Thomas told me nothing, and I'm going to listen to nothing that he says here. $1.25 that they watched a lot more horse racing than VFL football on Saturday when they had a little bit of time to themselves before they had to go out and do what they do.
well, no, seriously, we were actually watching it. There's vision of it. Yeah, we were watching it hard. Yeah, because we knew we were a good chance. But it was actually funny. I was because we had 2 units umpiring us, and he was on the mark. I'm like, could Wayland win footy? Could Wayland win? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, no, you do know. Surely you check before you run out. Like, and he didn't want to say anything because they obviously have the mics. Like, they have the mics that listen to it. He's like, I don't know, mate. I don't know what you're on about. I'm like, yes, you do. But it was good. Good win.
That's so good. It sounds like real club areas from you on the weekend.
Yeah, I was off tap on the weekend. I was just.
Is that what it was like before the game as well? Like, obviously you were watching the VFL boys, but what were you like before the game after such a long layoff? I can only assume that people who didn't want to be around you would have been a mile away.
Yeah, I'm actually. It's sort of interesting. Like you think I'm fucking really up and about and like loud and stuff before the game, but I actually like to be like really focused and zoned in. I don't really say much before the game, but Juzzy's the one that carries on and starts singing and shit. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, so Juzzy and Lizard and shit, they're the ones like singing songs and shit. But I actually like to just sort of focus in for like a good half an hour and not say much and just focus a bit. And especially when I've been out for a while, you sort of get a bit more nervous and like everyone expectations and like haven't played in a while. How am I going to go? Is my foot actually all good? And do I have the speed or have I lost a bit because of my ankle and things like that? So it's a lot of things that go through your mind and when you have been out a while and obviously did a bit of work with MMR and things like that as well. So it's a bit of visualization before the game. So do a bit of that stuff and yeah, it's good. It's sort of it's a really, really good feeling before a game that you feel that sick and anxious, but it's something that I love and it's just so good to feel again. It's good.
How do you keep it like in the sweet spot from I'm revving enough that this means enough and I've done the things that I need to do to be who I am, to play how I play, but not overdo it? I'd imagine it'd be a bit more anxious leading into a game that means a lot to the club when you've been off for a while, but at the same time you've done it a number of times. Are there little tricks to revving it up and turning it down a bit?
Yeah, that's probably what I've learned over the years is keeping that level head. Like I used to be up and about all the time, then I've sort of learned how to just mellow it out a bit, be a bit more focused and not so loud. That's me sort of holding it in when I'm quiet and focused, and then on the field I sort of let it all out. As soon as I first bounce goes, that's when I just let it all out, and the white line fever kicks in, and I just carry on and think after the game, what the fuck am I doing? But that's just, I think, I really, yeah, just like even Zach Butters, he's a player that I like love watching and love the way he competes, and me and him were going at it all day, and similar sort of players, and I reckon would
He's
be.
chirpy.
Yeah, he's good. Like I reckon he'd be really good fun off the field and have a have a good time. And he's a competitor, and I just love the way he goes about it. We were going head to head all game. He was calling me fat and things like that. It was good.
Hold on, I'm going to latch onto this fat thing. Eh?
And then half of the game, we just laugh at each other and shake our hands because he shake your hands because he's the same. He's mad on the field. He's chaos and he gives them great energy. And yeah, it was good fun.
Certainly were revved up. I think you laid 1 or 2 tackles in the first quarter, which is probably like near the season tally. The crust just lifted, didn't he? He looked like he was going to lift us in the chats. Jeez, he was good. He really, really dropped Rosie. As good as you can drop someone in 2025.
It's good, wasn't it? He's been good been good all year. They say those reports have cost him. I think he'd be up
The
there.
big Roo Rashudo loves him because he's a bit of a, he's, how would you say it without having to cut it? He's got a good amount of go about in the crust, and he can go over the line, and like the Roos, like of the old school, loves that. You know, he goes, oh, he would have thought, shit, am I going to get suspended here when he hit another bloke? You're like,
He's been good. That hit on Rosie was very good. That goal in the first really got into him. So he's definitely taking his game to another level this year, Crust, and he's going well, very well.
Thought it was good seeing the Liz as well stream through the midfield with some purpose, knowing that there was blokes around him that were going to cover him down the back. Got involved, kicked that goal. It was good to see him in full flight on the weekend.
it's probably easier for the Lizard and that to get involved though when the team's like controlling the football for like a sustained period. They move the ball like aggressively but really competently, which they haven't been doing. Would you agree with that, Tom? Like there was incisions into the corridor, then out of the corridor, which lets people like Lizard move. It's been very sort of docile for the last sort of 2 months.
Yeah, it is. It's which comes with experience and like where we're like that team on the weekend. I reckon would be nearly the most experienced, as in like most games together. It's just comes like second nature to us. We just know each other so well now, and when you've got that whole mix together, you know exactly what they're doing before they even the opposition get the ball. So it's definitely helps, and I think Millsy back down the back line really holds them in good stead and lets Lizard go flying for runs and things like that. So it's good.
It's handy having Errol back, eh? Like there was a time early, maybe first quarter, he sort of got the ball pinned in the like half-back flank defensive 50 line, went left, went right. So for some fucking reason I can't understand, the Port player like considered going for his right foot, so he was able to get back onto his left. He was still cornered, and then just like a 45-metre bullet pass to a mark. Like it significantly changes the flow of a game, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. That'll put it. He's like a horse that's first up off one trial off 365 days, really. You put in horse terms, so he's going to improve a massive amount second up, third up. He, like me and him, only played 65% game time. So we've got a fair bit to go, and we'll be good.
Is there any MMR or sports science stuff around the like second up syndrome? You know, like if a horse returns and does a big number fresh, we've got to be very careful second up.
I reckon with footy it's usually pretty good.
Just keep on building.
Yeah. Well, the miles Errol's it's sort of different for me because with my injury I can't
Do too much
like
training.
I wasn't a it wasn't a I haven't done much at all really. Like I've done probably 2 10K sessions coming to the game.
That's why Zach's calling you fat.
Yeah. But so like it's Errol's done a fair chunk of like probably he's obviously a lot more serious injury and that's like surgery and you got to build those muscles up again where mine's just a bone sort of injury. His ligaments, mine's just bone. So mine, the more you train, the worse sort of the heel can get. So even like now I'm back, like I'm doing minimal training just to slowly build. I'll increase game time, but I'll probably decrease training because I'm getting more Ks in the game. So that's just how it's going to work for about a month, and more Ks in the legs will be better, but it's just going to take time.
Were you disappointed in yourself when you didn't have a shot from just outside 50? Manny Punts was headless about it, and he said, "Jesus Christ, he'll regret that." And then, like when you had that set shot, were you disappointed that it was actually really pure and there was no right to left on it at all?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, it was actually it was actually on, but I kicked it off the instep. Watched it today, which was frustrating. Would have got gang forfeit. But yeah, would have probably rather just go back and kick it, and I think it would have sealed the game as well. So you would imagine the carry on if I did kick it. But yeah, and then it just would have been nice to get on the board early in the third. But anyway, it's all right. Worked on it today, and a few little tweaks, bit of vision today, and a bit of camera work on my set shots. So might be a few tweaks next week.
Ooh.
So there we go. Yeah.
What do you do? What does the group do to Joel on like the plane home post game? Is it brought up like after he missed the last three? Does it go like from let's take the piss out of him to fucking hell? Maybe we just leave this one alone.
No, because Joel will be the first one to give it to me or anyone else, which is perfect.
Yeah.
I actually seen Horse today, and he goes, "Is Joel here yet? I can't wait to give it to him. Can't wait." Because he's a funny, he's a ripper, Joel. I'm good mates with him. He's good, love the chirpy, like it's good. But I think, yeah, like Joel, he's been kicking it. I think he's 77% accuracy before the weekend. So he was doing something right. It's just one of those nights. I think like it was honestly like when he kicked 9, but he was just not missing that night. Like he's taken 8 marks inside 50. You take 8 marks inside 50 again. Jeez,
I want to go deep inside his skull next season when we go to Adelaide and just like see what happens. Like, is he got happy thoughts? Are they dark thoughts? Because if he kicked like 3 goals on Saturday afternoon, it's like his favourite ground in the world.
yeah,
Like, because he actually dominated. He set up like Hayward's grubber goal started from his effort on the wing. Like, he did lots of great things, but he just didn't finish off. I wonder what happens to him next time he goes to Adelaide Oval. Is it good thoughts, dark stuff? Don't know.
yeah. It's he'll be right. He'll be good. He'll be good this week. It's interesting because I think we're the second best set shot team in the comp. But yeah. Anyway,
Who have we got this week? Doggies?
Doggies Friday night.
Oh, big Bond.
Bond's 250th.
Really?
Mm.
Wonder what
Be
time we're
good.
going back to Melbourne. Sunday afternoon, probably.
What do you think of the Friday night game on Friday night? Geelong, Danger's 350th. Brisbane, bad loss against Giants the week before. Go down to the Cattery and get the job done.
I think outside of the Swans, like pain that's been until Saturday, the season's gone on that sort of trajectory that we spoke about at the start, where like what happens one week has nothing to do with what happens the next. So the Giants come out and beat the Suns. They fought hard to win, and then you think that would mean that they were average, so you wouldn't be a great form reference for the Lions. I think the Lions game was like the Swans game. There's another simulation where they won by a lot more. They like dominated that game early. Like it was just like in their half essentially.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they were very good. It's funny because all the media was saying there's only 2 teams that can win it. Brisbane come out and smack them. So it's if you're a little bit off or some team is on, anyone can beat you. All the way down to I reckon 14th. Obviously, Collingwood don't have many off games, but I think
Cut out. Did you say away games?
Yeah, we played at Marvel on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
We're going to go there again too. It's a long trek.
I said off games.
Oh sorry, mate.
But yeah, it is interesting. Brisbane very good. They were elite, and Geelong were a little bit off, but that's the way it goes.
Freo just ticking away now.
Yeah, Freo very good. We need a few of them to start losing. Like we needed Giants to lose a couple of games. They've beaten Brisbane and then they've beaten Gold Coast. We should be only 1 game behind them, but to their credit, they've been good. What are your thoughts on the Dacos and Windhager tag? Obviously, it's been a bit of a talking point over the weekend. Or even just
my views make me sound older than I am, but I think it should be free reign. And if someone if JJ gets dirty with like one of their players, then one of their players should sort out JJ. You know, like he's just doing his job to make his night as hard as he can. He's not king hitting him, or it's niggle. I love it.
Yeah,
It adds to the game. It adds to the coverage. It adds to the content. It's another test for Nick Dacos to overcome and another challenge. But if it's just umpired out, all of a sudden he's so sharp and so smart that he'll milk those titties.
I think if they're blatant free kicks,
he won't milk all the milk out of those titties until it's like a prelim and then a granny.
I think if they're blatant free kicks, like some of the ones that you see in the ruck that aren't paid, they just should be paid. Like if it's over the shoulder, if he's being genuinely completely held, then obviously you should pay a free kick for being held. But otherwise, they should let him go at it. Like that's like Cameron Ling and Ryan Crowley.
Yeah.
Like, they made the game better. Like you genuinely go, oh shit, our best player's got to play on bloody Crowley tonight. Like what's he going to do tonight? How's he going to tag him? Like it adds another layer of excitement to the game. As long as it's not. If he's getting him around the neck, if he's completely holding him at a stoppage, different story. But if he's bumping him and pushing him and trying to get him out the other side, then Collingwood have just got to try and find a way around of making more space and letting other midfielders get to the ball.
Yeah, but don't you think it's just like a life cycle? Like, he's going that good that he deserves to get a tag.
Yeah.
And then he deserves to go through the process of getting bashed. And once he comes through that, and that doesn't stop him, then the opposition stop trying to get physical with him and start trying to get smart as where they might block his run to and things like that. It's just like a phase of being a superstar that he's just going to go through, like they've all gone through.
I think as long as it's within the rules of the game, it's completely fine. But if he's genuinely being held, as in I'm talking tagged and like against Melbourne, off ball that you wouldn't have seen on camera, he was being literally bear hugged most of the game. Like you can't physically hold him. But all the bumping, the pushing into his chest, the little jabs and stuff, I think it's good for the game. I think that's the good stuff.
Yeah,
but
like
the genuine free kicks, no, I don't agree with it.
To me, if he goes through like more pain and suffering, to be great, and I think that'll be the same for a lot of like fans of football. Like remember St Kilda? I don't know if it was before your time, but like Nick Rewalt and Goddard, they went up to the Gabba and they just got bashed when they were kids. And then they come through it, and then it's just part of being small, young superstars.
Yeah. Like he's going to get it every week, but I just hope it's both ways. Like if everyone's saying like he's getting tagged, but he's going the other way as well. He's giving it back.
He looks very, very lippy.
Yeah, like it's which is good. Like that's the way it should be. He should, if he's going to give it to him, he should be able to just
Agreed.
little things here, like little pinches. Like fuck it, who cares? Like because he'd be getting that, and if like you can't tell me that if he's copping that, he's not doing some little sly thing. I don't know if he is, but I'm sure he would be because that's just the part of it. Like, and yeah, he's a freak, and he's going to cop it for a number of years, and he's obviously too good because he's had 28 and 1 still. So imagine if you didn't tag him, what he'd have. So you have to tag him.
He's actually he's good to watch, and his ball drop's interesting to me. Going way off topic, but I spent like all of Sunday when I wasn't doing jobs trying to teach Darcy like ball drop technique, and it's one of the most frustrating hard things I've ever done. But like a slow-mo of him dropping the ball was incredibly helpful. It was way more like the ball drop for AFL football starts a lot higher and further out than I thought. That makes sense?
As in further away from his body when he's dropping the ball. You just assume that the ball was closer to the light.
When the kids go to Auskick, it's just like put your arms straight down sort of thing, drop the ball and kick it. But these hands are further out than you'd think. Anyway, way off topic, but he's silky. But
yeah, he's very
very
good.
Interesting how it goes. If he is just a protected species, there'll be more and more of it. And
It's smart from McRae though.
Yeah, but like rugby league, right? What do you love about it?
Yes.
Origin, you love it because it's just like physical as.
Tough, yeah.
The AFL, I fear the AFL's a bit sleepy at the wheel. Like, it didn't happen on the weekend, Pratty, but how often is there like fucking 2 Saturday night games at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, just dumb. There should be Monday night footy.
Monday, we wouldn't
You
get
say
anyone
that 'cause
there.
you'll have to play it, but
You wouldn't get anyone there.
yeah, but you get people watching it.
Yeah, you got to get them through the gate though.
I don't know.
Anyway, but that's AFL. Some nice chat there, boys. The NRL, we'll touch on the Origin first, because Dicko will have a fair bit to say here, I think, about the whole game. No doubt the umpiring comes up. What are your thoughts, Dicko?
Oh, I thought it was a fantastic game, a better game than game one to watch. I thought the rugby league was really good considering the conditions. It was wet and slippery. I thought that Ashley Klein did what Ashley Klein does, and he made it all about Ashley Klein. And the penalty count was crook. It was wrong, and you can't. And Tom will sit there because what you've got to understand when he rebuts in a second is he is 100 converted to the cult that is the bush poet Billy Slater. He loves him, and that's blurred his vision. If you played in a game of football where the free kick count was like 8-0, and you're on the 0, like, I'm not saying it needs to be 4-all, but like when
what penalty wasn't there? What penalty wasn't there? The one that he had.
The Lomax one was just like that happens in every there'll be a tackler set where something dirty happens in the play of the ball.
But do you agree New South Wales were very undisciplined?
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that New South Wales cost themselves, not the umpiring.
Definitely don't disagree that New South Wales didn't hurt themselves, but it was definitely like a factor in the result was the penalty count. It was very, very sus, but I was impressed and almost in a sick way grateful for Queensland's like spirit, you know. Did it for Billy. And we get like an outstanding game 3, and it was just like a fantastic game rugby league, like 80 minutes of just like what's going to happen next sort of stuff. I thought that Luai was like real sus in set plays, but he's like little dinks behind the line, like 2 tries from them. One of them he feathered it, and they still scored. Toto,
He shanked it.
like, I'd love to meet him. Like, I want to know how short he is and how girthy he is. Like, you are thick. I think he might put you to absolute like rugby league shame. You know what I mean? Like, he is like, the way he runs. He just runs it back. Like,
But and he goes head first. It's like,
Yeah.
mate, you're gonna die.
yeah, but he doesn't give a fuck. He just keeps doing it. Almost how short he is like a benefit when he gets the ball out wide, and these big, thick centres and wingers who can jump really high, they can't get down low enough to like stop his centre of gravity. It's yeah.
Didn't the weather just bring another dimension into the game too?
Yeah, it makes it better, doesn't it?
Oh, especially
pouring
when you're
rain.
just like a victim fan like us. Like,
Yep.
I turned it on and had like 4 boys here, and we're all like, "Oh fuck, it's raining!" You know, like you
Yeah.
have no idea. You know, like, we watch the footy and you're all over it. The horse racing, you know, like the weather forecast
Yeah.
for 3 days.
Yeah.
Turn on the rugby league, have a few cans and some popcorn and some chocolate, and it's like, fuck, it's raining in Perth. I didn't think it rained in Perth.
Yeah,
Imagine
it was
the amount
good.
of punters, perhaps, that back the overs.
Yeah, well,
Turned it on and it's raining, and then they got the overs.
yeah, then got the
You know what I
others
mean? Like
there.
the roller coaster of emotion, you'd be like, oh fuck,
Well,
pissing down.
what so even with wet weather rugby, who do you reckon does better, the big boys or the little men? As in for tries and things like that.
This is like setting us up to say the little men, and then you'd be like,
No, I
well,
think
it's
it,
the
I,
fucking
I
big
reckon
boys.
it's the big,
Nah.
like the big thickies, and it's also
Yeah.
about like downhill skiing. So the wider players for Queensland got no opportunity because they scored good tries early out wide to that guy, whatever his name is,
Hammer.
the Hammer. And then because they're in front, they're now downhill skiing. They're just trucking nut up the gut, and that's just the big boys. And then you get the overs because New South Wales have to spread the ball and take some risk. And then you get great rugby league. It was just amazing. And Big Loz,
Yeah.
the big snoz, he didn't want to say anything when asked about the refereeing post match. Glory.
Because I thought the same with the big boys. Because I was to my rugby man, he's like a god, and whatever he says is right. Anything to do with rugby. And I was like, mate, so we surely were back in unders tonight, and the big boys through the middle like to truck over the try. He's like, mate, nah. all data says little men score, little men like Luai on the wing or Harry Grant. He didn't score, but you reckon the difference between big and little men in what rain affected games is stark,
In
which is
regard to
interesting
try scoring.
in regards to on stats and stuff like that as well, which is interesting. 'Cause a few of us boys are like, yeah, we'll get on like Payne Haas to score and like all this shit, and like just he's like, nah,
Yeah,
nah, nah, the
I would have
opposite.
been right next to you.
But no, it was a good game. I thought New South Wales still should have probably won. I think,
Should have
um,
won. They scored 5 tries to 4.
yeah,
They
even
should have
like
won. They just can't kick a goal to save their life. And Nathan Cleary played on like what appeared to be one leg, like a pirate.
Yeah.
and the hooker late, what's his name? The sub hooker,
Watson, Connor.
Watson. Connor Watson went right instead of left late, like
Yeah,
the short side.
that's how great Origin is though. Like that was like one bad decision,
Mm.
you know. And it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a. It's like bloody footy. Like you miss a goal and shit like that. But like
Yeah,
that,
but in Origin,
those
you just
moments,
can't make those mistakes.
you can't make.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like they remember. They remember everything.
Yeah,
But
I thought it was awesome. I thought Munster was really good. I'm almost glad with. I'm kind of assuming we're going to pump him in game 3, but I love that like Billy Slater got away with his like pre-prepared, like attack on Aaron Woods, and it lifted the boys, and the boys lifted, and they just fell in, but they're disappointed with the win, and we're disappointed with the loss. But Billy Slater will stick around, and you just know that he's going to say something after they lose in game 3. And then next year roll around, and because they only lost 2-1 in the famous win in Perth, he's going to coach again, and there's going to be more of it. I think the game in State of Origin will be poorer if it loses the Billy Slaters of the game.
I agree. Yeah. No, it was good. It's look forward to Decider. Hopefully, you can get some tickets, and I'll be there with me blue scarf on.
Really? Really?
Yeah. Well, mate,
Hey, who did you think he would be going for?
mate, this is the thing. Like, you're just a one-eyed blue fan, but because I'm
100%. Like as you know, like when Australia plays England in the Ashes, that's how I feel about New South Wales and State of Origin. Like it's
yeah. But like that's where I have like the perspective of like, well, no, like you're wrong here. Some of those penalties were like just undisciplined.
yeah, 100%. But 8-0, 9-0. I think at the 45th minute of the second half, it was a 9-0 count. 9-0.
Anyway, all good. The NRL this week ran whatever it was. Geez, my man was very, very good. He's back.
I just want to, before we finish, just so that myself and more so our audience, we need this clarity. Did you, courtesy of your man, back Queensland to win 1-12 or with the start? Because I'm going to say yes to one of the 3.
He told me to back him. I didn't back him. Tell you, mate, he's fuck. It's like he's fucking knows what's going to happen. He's fucked. So, anyway, NRL this week. He's backed the Panthers. He's backed Newcastle, $4 each, end at the line.
Penrith were really good.
Yeah, Penrith are now 6 on the ladder. Were bottom of the ladder probably 5-6 weeks ago. Cleary. Did Cleary play? Yeah, he obviously had to.
No.
He didn't play.
No.
Jesus, so yeah, they're in for a.
No, because they played, he played injured
But
in Perth on Wednesday night, and then they played maybe Saturday afternoon in New Zealand.
Yep, that's right. They played first game on Saturday.
Like, you don't want to play Monday nights. Imagine trying to get them to go play in Perth, then New Zealand.
yeah, but yeah, it's going to be a very good final series in NRL. It's wide
I
open.
agree. It's just like
I've loved watching it this year.
You got the Raiders are flying. Panthers are just sneaking in there and going to scare the shit out of everyone.
My most hated team's Cronulla Sharks. I just can't have them. Like, I just can't. The amount of times they've cost me, seriously. Fuck me.
As a shy boy, that just makes me feel safe because
Mate, like
you should
Nico
learn that
Hines.
They'll just let you down. They'll find a way.
Jeez.
The Broncos were good though. The Broncos had a bit of spirit.
Yeah, they were good.
Like, they fought.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good game. That I thought I thought we were home. And Broncos are too good. Roosters pantsed. Against,
Roosters
Yeah.
don't really Penrith about them, eh? They're just like doing enough.
yeah. Bellamy was losing his absolute marbles versus the Rabbitohs. He was going off in the box, and lucky they won because I thought he was going to break the bloody coach's box screen at one point.
It was 10-0 at like
It,
10 minutes in.
at one point, he had his assistant, I don't even know, holding the walkie-talkie, and he was abusing one of the players through the walkie-talkie. Like he's I don't know I don't even know who the guy was. He wasn't a coach, but he was holding the button for him, and then he was yelling into the microphone.
That's gross.
It was good. Um,
So, just to recap, are you saying your man's on Penrith this weekend, or that was last weekend?
last weekend.
He's just gloating, Dicko. He's just gloating.
Well, it's a great weekend in rugby league. Panthers host the Dogs Thursday night.
Yeah, it's a
We've
big
got
game.
Sea Eagles versus West Tigers. Both need a win at Manly Friday afternoon. Into Knights Raiders in Newey, brah. Like Knights off a win. They're like Cronulla Paps. Like off a win, surely.
At
They'll
home.
get pumped.
Panthers Dogs Friday night, Thursday. That gets me going. When are the teams coming out?
One of my favourite players is Valami Kikau. He's got like a bleached top. He's like a left edge sort of forward. I don't know what position they're called. Maybe a back rower. He's thick and trucks nut and is just hard to catch. And he's actually a member of the Thickies, who are now sitting in third position in the draft. Like a real amazing win on Sunday. Nagasquaka, you know that guy who scored that miracle try for the Roosters? He's part of my Thickie team. 138 points.
Jesus, that's a big supercoach.
Save me. Big Noah.
So Joey Johns, Katoa, reckons he's the best he's seen at that age.
Wow.
I heard he might want him in the team, the New South Wales team. Decider.
Because is Cleary out? Is that what they're saying?
If Cleary's out.
Because Moses is out with a calf.
Moses out, Cleary out, Katoa. 19 years old.
Gonna inject some life into it, Jesus.
Yeah. Jeez, it's if Cleary's out, it's game on. I still think New South Wales should win, but it's a big game and looking forward to it.
Was back to State of Origin. Liam Martin going head to head with Big Tino, Farsui Alomo.
And what about?
They just want to kill each other. Like, can you imagine? Like, we're talking about before about like, oh, is it right or wrong that Nick Dacos is getting pinched on the thigh at a contest before the ball's thrown up? They were literally running for 20 metres, like 10 each, to try to kill each other.
Yeah.
80 minutes.
Yeah, and Fence Spence, what is it? Off the fence Spence.
Spencer Leniu.
And
like,
teammates like Collins, they went bang. They're teammates. It's like, mate. But that's good. Anyway, that wraps up NRL. Can't wait for Origin decider in a couple of weeks. Look forward to it. Golf. God, Tommy Fleetwood. Do you reckon he's had a wink yet?
It looks like he's got 2 or 3 kids, so he fall asleep pretty easily. I think, and we should have done a bit more research before we started, but I reckon he sort of shat the bed in Paris at the Olympics, at the National. Scotty Scheffler came from nowhere to win. It was the day that John Rahm maybe shit the bed too. I can't remember exactly because I watched too much of the sport, but I think they were all sort of involved, and Fleetwood was right there to win a gold medal, might have won a silver. I watched the last bit today on my phone, and then I was watching the scorecard on the PGA app as well, whilst I was like looking after the kids. Going up 18, he was 1 shot clear. And plays golf for a living, and he's very good at it. It must be a dark place, Tom.
Oh, he'll never win ever. He'll never win again. You can't come back from that.
You give him life.
I don't think he'll. How old is he? I'd love to see what he was paying.
No, he would have been $1 like $12.08. I think if he was a racehorse, we'd say Tommy, paddock. That means get home to England. Just have another a nice little 3 weeks, middle of summer in England. It's the only time the joint's any good. Relax. Then we're going to go do a bit of coaching for a week. Just have a bit of fun. Then we're going to go play the Asian tour and just get a kill. Then we might go play like one of those big rich ones in Dubai. Then we might drop back to like a Euro tour. Like just get some momentum.
Mate, you might get a manager gig with him. You never know. It's a great shout.
He can't just keep doing the same thing. He'd have more money than God. Like, he doesn't need... He just wants to win, surely, now.
Yeah, imagine like he's been at the top. He's been around the mark for that long.
Oh, I remember, like... It might have been that old... That's just like that old... Oh, I've forgotten his name. He plays a Strixon ball, hits Strixon clubs. Lucas Glover. He won a couple, and like Fleetwood had him cold, and he lost. Yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
The swings in golf, though, are significant. Like, look at like Cantlay. He's nowhere near it. Wyndham
Yeah.
Clark, the dog. He destroyed the clubhouse at the major.
Did he actually? I didn't hear that.
Like, just booted through like the
Did he?
blockers. Yeah,
I did not know that.
allegedly, very low. But they go like quite high, then they drop right off. Fleetwood's just like always there, but never there. Yeah, I'd be freshening him right up. I'd
Do
take
something
him
completely
to the Asian
different.
Tour. Maybe come out for an Australian summer. You know, win the Victorian Open or something by 12.
Just do something completely different.
Not bad.
It's not the worst shout.
How's your golf going, Pratty? You swung anything, or you just
Have
too
not
busy
swung a club
nappies?
in. No, have not swung a club in.
Not
since
you
last night. I
snapped
reckon I
that
played with
time
you.
at the National that day.
That's correct. That is.
I haven't played golf since Nam.
What's the
So-
handicap still?
Still about
Sometimes
10.
I just go and check mine sometimes, and I see yours is like just next to it,
Yeah.
and I just think, fuck, that's low for.
Yeah, I need to get out there. Might do a range hit tomorrow potentially. See what happens.
You're off.
There we
What is
go.
it? 12.3, 12.8.
It's 10, I think.
Wow.
I need to get it out a bit
Mine's
before.
about to go out.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll be 8 something soon, I think.
Let's wrap it up. I was on ponies at the two headquarters. It was on the weekend. Start with Randwick. You didn't want to be too far back. Lanes sort of 2 to 6 with a sweet spot. Didn't want to be rounding at the turn. So looking to forget like bonus those ones that were doing that. Sort of tempo was most of the races. They weren't overly fast run races, but yeah, it was definitely you didn't want to be worse than midfield. And rounding the turn sort of 4 or 5 lanes wide. So a few black bookers. Exit fee. Apparently 60% fitness going into the first up run was pretty good.
Do you like it though when they say that? Like, they don't map races. They don't know much of anything really, but they can put a number on how fit this horse is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And look, to be honest, like I can't really expect much. It's the Williams Yard. Like you live and die by the sword. So it is what it is. Show 'em Hal. Not suited. Held up in the straight, back to the inside, saved the line. Really inexperienced trainer. This horse is really good number. Like it's a midway horse, but I reckon this horse could win a midway. I don't think the trainer's won a Metro start, and I reckon this horse can be the first Metro winner for this trainer. I've lost the name of it, but
What was the name of the horse?
show 'em Hal.
While Pratty finds that horse, I thought that Tom was up against it on Saturday. I reckon this track's pretty disappointing for like the best track in Sydney. They wanted to sell the other one and race only this one. I think Tom was kind to it. It was fucking on pace bias. Very hard to make ground. And on top of that, on a very hard day when the man's got to go and play football and lift a football club and a state, you've got horses like Quantum Cat winning. Lifetime Nonny win. And
Trucking behind the speed.
Rotigilia. We backed that, I reckon, last start.
3 wide and a cover.
Did we back it the other day?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
Robert Agnew, the trainer.
Agate.
yeah. Hasn't trained many Metro winners, but yeah, look, he could make much ground. Dicko is right, but it would have been nice to sort of. I actually wasn't that keen on the meeting at all, really. But yeah, it was hard to make ground. Sort of, Kerguelen was pretty flat. Just sort of maybe 13, 1400, but with definitely a flat run off a very good first up run.
I thought on the corner it was all over. I thought the way
Yeah.
it was travelling, I thought, here we go.
There was a
It
big
could-
SP bet in the get along race, then it won. And it really graved me up was what to do with it, you know. That Lululemon started shorter than count the Rupards or whatever it was called.
Yep.
Beat it. That thing came and beat Get Along. Then they all met here again. And they backed it. This horse, it was like 12s into something. 12s into 5s, Pratty.
What the
Lulumon was
Lulumon
550 to 450 on day, but I'm pretty sure it was bigger.
It was like 10s, 12s.
When we were talking about it on Thursday on the Mailbag preview show, it was a lot bigger than that.
So Lulumon first up at Gosford beat Storm the Ramparts, and then Storm the Ramparts beat Get Along as favourite just in front of Get Along. Then the three of them met on Saturday. The market crunched Get Along, spat out Storm the Ramparts, and they'd already backed this horse sort of like between Wednesday and Saturday morning, really.
It was got the PR as well, Lulumon, I think, from memory. I just reviewed it, but that was a good win. Just got there in the end. Storm the Ramparts, geez, it crossed nicely from that wide gate. Geez, I was like, what the hell? Because I was heavily against Storm the Ramparts. But the other couple that in the Black Book, Amusing in race 3, I think. Yeah, Amusing, no intent at all, back last, wide draw, slow tempo, Savage the line, needs a gate. It's out to sort of 13. If it draws a gate, can land handy. First prep, landed in the first four or five. So I reckon draws a gate next start, can win a race. Kirkby was off very, very good off a very nice trial. First up, 800 metres, went very well compared to its last prep. Might be back to its sort of couple of preps ago. So out to further, that horse will go well. Not suited and on the day and made good ground late. But they're sort of the ones that come out of the meeting.
Get a fix.
Get a fix Wednesday. J-Mac, barrier 6.
J-Mac on a Wednesday.
J-Mac on a Wednesday. Yeah. It's $5. Look,
What?
it's yeah, because it's got that group. It's group. Maybe some tomorrow, which would be nice. But it's got that.
Down here. You should have nommed it for sale.
Well, mate, I reckon it should just go down there anyway. Its best ever run was at Caulfield and absolute like
That'd be great
easily.
content, Pratty, if we could organise that. Just record the whole thing. G'day, John. Hello, John. It's Tom Papley here, mate. How you going?
Any danger of sending your fucking horse to Melbourne?
But yeah, like get a fix.
$5 owners bet 100%.
Oh, but Dicko. He's leaving out a tiny little bit of detail. Open 7s, so surely that gobbled up to 7s?
Might be 460 somewhere at a few other places, but
That's a yes. Anybody listening at home?
it's yeah, like it's off the last 2 runs, like it's just sort of forgive runs, like it's just had no chance. If you go back to the Randwick run last prep, was very good. Held up like it's $6 there in a benchmark 72, 3-year-old race. Comes here with J-Mac on barrier 6, should be right there. So yeah, it's an owner's bet for sure. I probably wouldn't be steaming in if I wasn't the owner, but yeah, I'll have a bet for sure.
Now the most important thing, Wednesday afternoon, leave the club at about 3:30, get to the racetrack at about 4, and make sure you can be there on course to stand there with the sash, or what?
Well, unfortunately, we've got night training.
That's good.
And
what time's night training starts? This isn't a twilight meeting, is it?
nah, well, mate, we've got like 3 hours before we actually run out. Well, 2 hours. So the preview meeting's at 4:15, and we run at 4:30. So I'm just going to tell Coxie to wall up for a bit, and I'll just watch this while we.
Wheel up, mate. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Coxie, just hang on, mate. Hopefully win, and then might even just put it up on the big screen. He'd probably allow that as well. But
Hey,
no.
if I was him, it'd be whatever you want, whatever you need, Paps. Whatever you want.
Yes,
But
sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
But imagine he gets like it on the big screen and it wins, mate. The boys would be going off.
Could you get it? Could you hypothetically get it done onto like the big screen in the SCG in the ground?
Nah, I could get it done I could get it on the field in the thing, but like, we'd get it in the auditorium. That'd be good.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah.
I might try to get that done. Actually, I'm going to message him. I want to get off this.
Flemington boys, rails at 11. Track was really on pace versus what I expected. It still was fairish, but very much an advantage to be like sort of midfield or better. unless your name was Cafe Millennium or Splashback. Cafe Millennium, a fucking enormous win, and God bless it. I can't believe the price they bet us, and very, very enjoyable. Taken, no juice in that race, very slow tempo. That's race 4. Worried about them all. Nothing significant to learn out of the earlier races. The bold
I think that was a
soul
peach
race
from Willow on Taken, wasn't it? If he doesn't make that move that early and notice how slow they're going, I don't reckon that horse wins the race.
Assisted by the bloke who let him in.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Splashback, given none. Tactically inept. Jockey and trainer. One of the great wins all time. It's a group horse, so you can black book it. She's an artist. Has run a number
Jesus.
that was better than the win was to the eye, and the win to the eye was as good as they get. You hear what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to tell you?
Oh, proper.
She's an artist is a group horse, 100%. The black booker out of the meeting is the second horse, who was 2 from 2 heading into it, and it's Phil Dello. Options galore for this sort of horse. Like, literally can go anywhere and do anything. Toby Lake has a horse of a lifetime on his hands if he gets it right. Big fat number. Great performance. It's the race of the day. Bridal Waltz will make money for you. Really, really nice meeting. Fat, juicy numbers throughout. Cafe Millennium, Splashback, She's an Artist, and Field Dello. That's a tricky name to say, but it's a horse that ran second in the last. Those are the 4 horses that really excite me moving forward.
What about the short fave? What's it called? Observer in the first.
Oh, just like horrific. Look at the tempo. It's not even slow. It's just poor. And it wasn't like Willow went too slow on it. I don't think he went quick enough on it, but he didn't go so slow that it deserved to get beaten
6 lengths.
6.3 lengths, you know. There was a little slowdown from the 800 to the 600. But I don't think that should have caused it to do what it did. Its last 200 was disgraceful. The winner was the only horse in the race to crack 12 seconds its last 200. Impending War. Interesting horse. I think it'll come back and run at 1,200 metres and be very good. But you never know. But I think as the back half of this card's full of fat and full of horses that you might not see till spring now. You know, like if you train those horses, if you train like She's an Artist, perhaps, what do you do?
Yeah, sure. You putting it in the paddock for spring, wouldn't you?
You might give it like an easy 3 weeks or something. I don't know. You'd pick apart a program. Kieran likes to keep them up forever and running everything. So I'd assume that they'll pick apart the right sort of races, but you need now to fatten her pedigree. She's potentially like their replacement at Kieran Maher for Bella Nipotina. She's that good.
Good number.
I think there's a
One of those
finals
things-
race
one of
day
those
in
things
what?
where the victims will go like Pratty's not a victim. He's actually very astute, but Pratty will go, Jamie Carr's going to Bendigo for just one ride. Did you see that? And you go, calm down, Pratty. But he was right. She went to ride this horse at Bendigo, so she knew. Like she great hands. She felt it.
I think there's a final series. I don't know. I can't remember which races apply to them, but there's that finals series in Flemington at Flemington in July. So I think a couple of them may keep kicking on to that. I just can't remember if it's the She's an Artist race or the Splashback race. One of them is
fifth of Flemington. There's like the sprint final, the winter championship final, the Banjo Patterson final.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah, so I think you may see a couple of them push on, to be
So
honest, because I'm
we'll
pretty
go
sure
to
there's a listed race down the straight. So maybe you see She's an Artist step out one more time, and then they might put it away, or Fidelio, or however you say that name. Maybe a few of them step out, but then after that, then I think you'll see them go away.
I'd say she'll go to the Creswick Stakes, which is a 1,200 metre
That's the one.
3-year-old race against the boys, though.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so you might see a couple
I
of
think
them push
she's
on.
very, very special. Just looking at the calendar, there's a...
Jesus.
It's a fat number, isn't it? Is that the first time you've seen it?
Well, it's fat on both.
And it's fat because it's fat front and back,
Yeah.
and it's a
Oh,
to be
yeah,
competitive in an Everest.
Oh, mate.
yeah, legit, yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
If Saturday is the truth of what she is, she's competitive in an Everest. If she has some natural improvement, which you'd think's likely, and it's the truth, she's going to be like a superstar. And if she goes backwards a little bit, she's going to be fine.
Yeah. Well, like, even if it was like a bit more speed, like you just don't know because it's so raw, the horse.
Mm.
Like, could have even gone even better. That's good.
I don't know why I played my mic. I don't know what it would have done to the sound.
No, nothing. I would
I
have heard
thought
it.
Pratty was looking at me like, you fucking idiot.
Nah.
All right. Anything else?
I don't know. That's pretty good. We've knocked off AFL, NRL, golf, Eyes on Ponies, NBA. We had the works. Been a great show. Aaron,
Golf.
20.
Shout out. We can't be sexist little pigs because we're not. Minjee Lee, third major, won the PGA over in America. Superstar Australian, flying the flag, putting the pressure right on Minwoo, her brother. He just needs to go to that next level. But she's a superstar and an all-timer now for Australian sport. Minjee Lee.
Nice. Anything else, boys? Or is that episode 76, the composite number episode?
If you could let us know in the comments what that actually means in relevance to life.
Yeah, and
we'd all
in
be
like
actually
layman's
appreciative
terms,
just
not
to sort of widen our brains a bit.
100%.
Enjoy yourselves, gamble responsibly, and we'll see you Saturday for Eyes on Ponies.
Eyes on Ponies.
Where we'll maintain the ton, and we might need to reset our goals there just to like spark us up a bit.
Yeah, for sure. But
Love it.
it's been good. Bye for now. See you, boys.
Bye for now.
Don't forget, get a fix.